So the video that I watched uh, for this discussion was called Oppressed Majority, Women's Perspective. To sum it up quickly, essentially what the film was about, it was like 11 minutes long, um, was a role reversal on how women and men experience life. So it was the story of a man going through life as women go through life and the things that we experience. Um, and I feel like the general message of that film was, we need equal rights for everyone, because the story basically tracked a husband who went throughout his typical day and um, is essentially being oppressed and dismissed, sexually harassed, was physically and sexually assaulted by a group of women, and just basically portraying life as women go through it. Um, which was really eye opening to watch, because it just really shows you, yeah, how bad it can be at times for, oppressed groups. And in this story and situation, um, it was a man, but the roles, like I said, were reversed, and he was going through life as women go through life. Um, in ways socially, economically, and politically, um, the characters, um, how they express those things through different interactions throughout the story was, and I have some notes here to help me remember. Um, basically, socially, he was treated poorly, the main character, the man. Um, he was dismissed by many women in the film, um, even essentially just being shown that he was kind of a substandard person and didn't deserve to be treated equal to women. Economically, the men were stay at home dads, or, well, housewives essentially, and the women were the breadwinners. And men were seen more as like the caretakers and homemakers. Politically, it was inferred in the story that there had even been laws that were passed that men had to dress a specific way to be covered up and not, show their calves and other things like that. And on the reverse side, there were a couple of women in the show that ran by the guy, the main character that was in the uh, film, who were bare chested, running around with a shirt off, like jogging like a man would do, but in this case it was a woman, and it was perfectly normal. Um, so that's just kind of how their views were expressed in the film. Um, he wasn't really supported either. He had a friend that was just kind of submissive to his wife, and just was like, no, this is how it is. You kind of just got to get with it or not. And then his wife, also in the film, she was really dismissive of him, didn't validate his feelings. In fact, after he was physically and sexually assaulted, she came to pick him up, and then instead of comforting him, she was bragging about some great job she did at work, while he's just sitting there like emotionally falling apart. So I think this all just shows, it's apparent, with women how awful it is. And it's even more apparent too when you switch the roles, because it's not better one way or the other, because either way, someone's being oppressed. So I think it just leads to the fact of, in social work, we really need to fight for equal rights, not just for men, not just for women, but for everyone. Whether, it doesn't matter the race, it doesn't matter the gender, religion, or physical capabilities. We just really need to push for equal rights for people, humans. So yeah, that's what I took away from the video that I picked. It was really interesting. I suggest you watch it just because it was really good. So yeah, that's it. Bye.